Slavery is a touchy subject that a lot of people generally try to avoid, and a lot of people don't feel comfortable with it. And people don't talk about it as openly as they would with any other topic, and generally if they do, they will be ridiculed and attacked depending on their opinions. And I guess that's the thing. There's a lot of touchy subjects that you should just not ever have, and it's unfortunate we can't talk about these things. The issue I really have with slavery is if you look online or without actually having any knowledge of any pre-existing empires or civilizations, you wouldn't know that slavery's been going on more than the 14 and 1500s. I mean, I spent a while trying to see if I could accumulate any more additional information to what I had, and there was no mentioning of the Roman Empire, Egypt, Greece, nothing. And that's when I searched when did slavery begin in the world. It's kind of unfortunate. The first thing it brings up is 1619, which was when the African American slaves were brought to the New World. See, this is the issue I have. That was not the first instance where slavery occurred. You have Egypt, the ancient Roman Empire, you have Greece. I mean, these were some nations that really embellished on such things. I mean, the Roman Empire had so many fucking slaves that were brought into the Colosseum, their mines, and they became servants. I mean, the mines were one of the most brutal situations you could be put into. You'd barely be fed, you'd barely be able to get any sleep. And the funny thing is, they didn't give a damn thing about you, because they didn't pay for you. They were just given you. So if you died, they don't care. They'll just get somebody new to replace you. And the other thing is the Colosseum. You're fighting for your life, and you're hoping that you won't die. It's fucked up. Really fucked up. And I just wish that, like, actually looking online or anything like that, I mean, you don't find anything. I mean, it's the biggest thing it focuses on is the African American slaves. Oh wait, a world history of slavery. Let's see what we have here. Let's see if I can shift this over here. Alright, so what do we got? And civilization. There we go, slaves in Greece. That's a good one. There we go. Slaves in Babylon. Slaves in Rome. You got slaves in the Middle East. I mean, Middle East, Jesus Christ. Where is that? Middle Ages, my bad. Portuguese slave trade. See, there were way more slavery going on than many people give credit to. And it's unfortunate that we focus on the latest portion, which was only one race. I mean, slavery is fucked up. Nobody should wish it on anybody. It's a fucked up thing that we do. I mean, ancient Rome, they didn't even fuck around. They generally didn't care if you were man, woman, child, what color you were. None of that mattered. If you pissed the wrong person off, or you stole something, anything like that, you would become a slave. Or they would kill you. Or other torture. There was many different methods of dealing with people, but a lot of times people were turned into slaves. And it's fucked up. And people put so much emphasis on this, and some people even take this stuff and use it against other people, even though they have not even went through it themselves. It's fucked up. It's really just wrong. And I don't get it. See, the other thing people don't really know is that in America, there was not just African American slaves. That was only in 1619. See, in 1625, there was Irish slaves, and then down into the 1800s, you had the Asian slaves, which was mostly Chinese, but you would have some other variants of Asians as well. But the point of this is, everybody in history, different religions, different creeds, different cultures, different everything, more than likely were slaves at one point. That's the thing we need to take from this. We've all been a slave at some point. Some ancestor in our life, more than likely, was a slave at some point, under some empire. And the thing we need to realize about this is it's fucked up. It's not right. Anybody who thinks that slavery is cool and great and the black man should be the white man's slave again and all that stupid shit that I consistently hear. And people who talk that nonsense really should just be removed from the gene pool, because they're only hindering the progress of our nation, hindering the progress of the world, for fuck's sake. This is another problem that's in our world. I mean, our world is segregated by religion, by difference of ideas, difference of race, difference of all this shit that is nonsense and really needs to be put an end to so we can move on as a people and become united and a stronger people. If we can't do that, then what's the point? Life will just continue to be the same thing over and over again. We're still the same barbaric creatures regardless of how much pretty technology and nice clothes we have surrounding us and on our bodies. Regardless of all that, we're still the same creatures we were centuries and centuries ago. The same barbaric, destructive beings. And that is the thing about this. Anyway guys, I'm gonna stop my rant there. If you guys want to see more or more in-depth rants about this topic, leave some likes and some comments. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. And also, if you guys want to talk about this yourselves with me, leave some questions down below or anything like that. Or if you have an opinion of what a really good topic would be for the next video, leave that down below as well. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.